welcome back to the 2016 Summer Celebration Tour. We continue here in Pampa, Texas, as we round the corner to football season. Countdown to kickoff begins on Monday, and we're going to be talking some Pampa Harvester football. But before we get to that, we got to talk about a very special story from one of those Pampa Harvester football players who draws inspiration from his mother's battle with cancer. News Channel 10 Sports' Breanna Melon had a chance to come to Pampa last week, and she has more on that story.
The Harvesters are just a few weeks away from football season, but for the Wolfley household, the battle on the gridiron comes second to the fight at home. Incoming freshmen Brett Wolfley and senior Brendan Wolfley don't just play for their teammates, they play for a larger purpose. Their mother, Angie Wolfley, and her fight against cancer. Angie was first diagnosed when she was 27 and was only given a 30% chance to live. Fast forward many years later to now, where her battle continues.
God gave me 13 years with my family, and then about a year ago, in August of last year, we found out that I had sarcoma, a different type of cancer, but it was caused from the radiation that they did the first time. That can sometimes cause cancer, usually just in about 1% of people.
All right, thank you, Breanna. Well, I'm standing by with head coach GregPointer. He's the man in charge of the Harvesters. He's the one who's been getting them ready to go this summer. Off-season workouts, obviously, where champions are made. What has the spring been like? Getting ready for the 2016 season.
Really got a lot of kids out. Summer was where I think we made a big difference. We had, you know, tons of kids every morning. Got them up here at 7 o'clock. All these guys were here almost every single day, and young kids all the way 7th graders on up. It was a great summer for us. It really was.
Now, you guys are coming off a great 2015 season. Talk about the pressure of, one, repeating a season like that, and then talk about how difficult it is to then build upon that and move forward beyond that point.
Yeah, you know, I do think there is a little bit more pressure on us. You know, last year, if you look at all the preseason predictions, in fact, most of them picked us last in district, and this year it's a little bit different. You know, we're getting a little more respect, but really we don't think about it as much about pressure as we just do an opportunity. You know, our goal last year, we talked about it from the very first day, was to be a district champion. That was a big deal for us. Pampa had, I think it had been 13 or 14 years since they had been district champions, so that was our first goal. And that's the same thing we're talking about now. You know, we kind of want to show everybody that it wasn't just a one-year deal, it wasn't a flash in the pan, and so we feel good, and you know, honestly, I feel like we got a chance to be better than we were last year.
How much easier is it now that your system's been in place for a couple years?
Yeah, it's much easier. You know, it's funny you talked about that. I was meeting with the coaches today, and you know, we're running our little kids camp, and even our little kids, you know, the 7th graders, 8th graders, 9th graders, you know, they can run our stuff, and you know, get to the varsity. I promise you, these guys, if we just sent them out there and said, hey, run the practice, they could do it by themselves. And so it's neat, and we feel like now, instead of, you know, teaching plays and concepts, now we can work on the little things and the finer points, and just keep getting a little better at what we're doing. So.
Well, all right, well, you heard it from the man himself, Coach Pointer, getting the Harvesters ready to go. We're going to hear from Coach again tonight at 10, as well as a couple of the players. But now we're going to send it over to Breanna, who's standing by with a special team of softball players who are soon to be headed to Florida for a big-time tournament. Breanna?
Thanks, Matt. Yeah, I'm standing here with the U8 softball all-star team. As Matt just said, they're heading to the World Series in Florida next week. I have head coach Kevin Hunt here. Coach, can you kind of tell me a little bit about the journey to get to this point and how excited you guys are?
Sure. We had to qualify to go to the World Series by winning the West Texas State tournament against teams from like Dumas and Littlefield and Levelland. We won that tournament. We got a chance to go play in Mountain Home, Arkansas, against teams from Alabama and Arkansas and Louisiana. And we got runner-up in that tournament. We lost in the championship game by 1 run. And so, but the team that won it could not go on, so they invited us to go to the World Series. And so the girls are just excited, have worked hard for about 2 months now to get to this point, and we're ready to represent Pampa at the World Series.
Awesome. And how excited are you guys to head to Florida?
Good.
Good. What are you guys most looking forward to?
Winning the World Series.
Winning the World Series. You going to bring the championship back here to Pampa? Yeah?